Hey, Goose Wrap. Hello. I'm gonna wait for folks to get on here. The lighting is awful, but here we are. I have a goose behind me. Hey, that's where my makeup is, buddy. Can you try that again, please? And do it with a little bit more respect this time. Probably not. Okay, I'm just gonna wait for folks to show up. Uh, Goosey Goo, come here, boy. Do you want to be in the spotlight? You always do. Yeah, next time before I start a live, I'm going to have to figure out a better lighting situation, but I'm here. We'll see. I'm just gonna chill on my phone. Maybe post to my Instagram or something that I'm live. Okay. Ooh, I see a person is here. Hi, person. Okay. And with that, I've posted it to my Instagram story. And let me also just get rid of these notifications that have kind of been sitting there that are spam that I've. Hey, that's a nice plant, Goose. No, thank you. We have a criminal right here. We have apprehended the criminal. A very squishy criminal. Yeah, I know. This is really uncomfortable for me too, Goose. But you tried to eat my Christmas cactus, and that's why you can't come in here that often. Okay. That's enough of that. Okay. Are you I see you going he's going in the direction of my Christmas cactus again. So we're just gonna hope that doesn't happen again. Okay. Hey, boy. And I think Ivy is in here somewhere. Maybe. She usually likes to be with me when I do anything. Okay. So tonight I'm getting ready to do my church is doing Christmas caroling. We're not going to anyone's actual house because of COVID and all of that, but we're going to hang out in the courtyard of the church and do caroling there. And right now, Case, my partner, if you don't know, is visiting family in Virginia for Christmas because this is their last year as a student where they'll have a long winter break to be able to do a longer trip. So I'm currently still in Baltimore, Case's family, and I need all of the social interaction. I have really discovered I am not meant to live in a house by myself. uh, I need other people around me. I think I'm still an introvert, but I thoroughly enjoy talking to people. Okay, another person has joined us. Yay. So I want to do maybe some burgundy-ish makeup because I'm wearing this shirt that I found because I feel like the process of moving is constantly finding clothes that you liked. Hey, Faffy, how are you? And yeah, I hadn't seen this shirt in a while, so I'm really happy I have it. It's one of my favorites, Daisy LA, which is a sustainable size inclusive company. It says influence change on it. Yay. By the way, I do have a code with them. You can use Alchemist for 10% off, and I get a kickback and whatever. But anyway, I've been missing the shirt for a while. It's one of my favorite t-shirts, and I couldn't find it because moving is like that. And now I found it, so I'm gonna wear it. So I want to do like some burgundy-ish makeup, and I pulled out a bunch of. Yes, I know, Goose. Come here. You have things to say. Really? Uh huh. Okay. Thank you. So I have a few different palettes that I've kind of brought out that fit along the burgundy lines. I have my Color Stop X's and O's palette. Um, I'm not the biggest ColourPop fan, but I love this palette. I think it's gorgeous. I also have my Wicked Sisters Cosmetics slash My Heart palette, which is based off of Scream, one of my favorite movies ever. And it's really nice. And then my Beetlejuice Waiting Room palette from Melt Their Holiday Collection last year. So I don't know what I want to do. Because this is like a fellowship type thing at my church, and I feel like only a few of the folks at my church that I work at, I'm gonna go ahead and start doing my brows. But I feel like a lot of the folks only probably haven't seen me with like my full glam that I like to do for makeup, because usually I don't wear a whole lot of makeup when I'm like working the church service. Hey Emily, hey Annie. How are you, friends? People are here. I've needed social interaction, so what the anyway. Ignoring that. Anyway, so I'm not like 100% certain what I want to do. So I'm just gonna go along with it. I'm trying to make sure that y'all can see it. See what I'm doing. I'm doing my brows at the moment. But I don't know which palette I want to use. All I know is I want burgundy. I'm using the Jupiter Jungle palette from Drench Cosmetics with the shade Jungle in it for my brows. Hey Goose, hey Ivy. Yeah, I don't know. I think for me it's less that like my church is really chill where I'm working at. They're very okay with me kind of like, so long as I'm like dressed up in like business casual for church and work and all of that, they don't really care what I wear. It's just like getting up the motivation to do it, I think, is the harder part. And I've been kind of like trying to get it there for myself. Especially as I'm like coming out of a very, very long depression in my life, you know? Yeah. Yeah, look at this pan. That's what happens when you use eyeshadow for brows. I've actually Lime Crime has released a line of like brow products for colorful hair, and they actually have one in the same shade that I use for my hair. Hey, Ivy, do you want to pick it out for me? That I really, really, really want to try. Because I actually just redid my hair this week, and one of my like projects for myself right now is trying a whole bunch of different teal hair dyes, so that way I can report to y'all what would be the best so far. And this is kind of the last one on my list. I've gotten it Sea Witch from Lime Crime, and I just put that on Tuesday night, and I feel like it looks really nice. So I'm going to give it some time, see how it wears. Yes, Ivy. Hey, do you want to say hi to the camera? She's more shy than Goose is. But Goose is also looking like he's going to come up here. Oh, he's trying to groom his sister, and she is not happy about that. But yeah, really want to try that brow product. That there aren't like a whole lot of makeup items on my wish list at the moment. There, shit's just gonna be happening behind me and y'all are gonna have to be used to that. Um, but there's not a whole lot of makeup on my wish list at the moment, but that one, the brow products there have definitely piqued my curiosity a lot ever since, like, um, my personal favorite brow place, closed. Distinction Cosmetics closed last year, so I haven't found anything like, there's some brands that make colorful brow products. You are messing up my brushes, Goose. Um, Hello, boy. But there are a lot of places that do make colorful brow products, but nothing that I wouldn't have to like mix to match my hair. So the fact that they have something that is like the exact color of my hair gets me very excited. So I don't want to do my base until I've done my eyes, so I need to actually make a decision on what I want to put on my eyes. Please help me. So, Melt in Beetlejuice Waiting Room. I'll show it because I think that there are more people on here now than there were when I was originally making this decision. So, Waiting Room. X's and O's from ColourPop. Or Wicked Sisters / My Heart. Or maybe a combination. I don't know. I just like, I can't make these decisions on my own when I own so many kind of like mauvey burgundy shadows. Yeah. I've come to the conclusion that I definitely do own like a lot of mauvey burgundy ones. Ivykins, what? Okay. She's just like getting into things. She's not the one who causes problems as much when she gets into things, so I'm just gonna trust that she knows what she's doing over there. They have one brain cell between the two of them, and Ivy usually holds on to it. So, okay. I'm kind of feeling all of them. Yeah, because like there's some shades in each of them that I'm very like attracted to. I might predominantly go for the Wicked Sisters and X's and O's, like the Wicked Sisters for the mattes, because like the mattes in this palette are really, really fantastic. So, like, I feel like Wicked Sisters, in terms of their shadows, like their shimmers are nice, but their mattes are like pigmented and they're very easy to work with. Like they're very easy to blend. I know Melt. I love their shadows because I love having pigmented things, but they definitely require a little bit more work. And yeah, that's Ivy's mantra. Mama said it was my turn on the brain cell. So I have like voices in my head for each of them. I'm sure that we all have like voices in our heads for our pets. But I feel like they both have very distinctive voices. I don't have my brushes organized at all because I had them like laying out from when I washed them the other night, and then they've just like all over here in my office, because my office is also our guest bedroom-ish, or at least it aspires to be. Right now we have a twin bed in there, and we were going to set up my desk, but my desk is so old and kind of falling apart that I'm just going to wait until I can get a new one that's like a little bit smaller. And plus I've had that desk ever since I was like, I alarm myself to make sure I woke up in time to get ready. But I've had that desk since I was like 9 or 10. So it looks really cool, and I'm sure someone else could get use out of it, but it's just not my thing anymore. But anyway, there was something. Oh yeah. So my voices for the cats. Ivy in my head sounds like Bubbles from the Powerpuff Girls. So that's that. And then Goose in my head sounds like John Mulaney, specifically when he does that bit that's like, that's the thing I'm sensitive about. Oh no, it's skipping. Who knew? Let me just do a speed test real quick because we should. We got the fancy internet. Got the fancy internet for a reason. Are we there yet? Okay, I think I like reset it. Anyway, that's the thing I'm sensitive about thing. That's what I imagine Goose to sound like in his head. So, um, yeah, that's what I think it is. Slash Ivy is also like that one TikTok sound that's like, oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. And she also like she swears, but it's like a combination. So she'll be like, what the heck and fuck. Like that's how I imagine her like voicing her opinion on things. She's like, what the heck and fuck, mama. That's what she sounds like in my head. Like she's very opinionated, but she's very wholesome, kind of her she tries to be. So that's neither here nor there. But does anyone else have voices for their pets? Because their voices have gotten a lot stronger ever since I've been home alone. By the way, I'm using the shade Telephone from the Wicked Sisters slash My Heart palette. They also have like a mini of this palette. So like if you don't want to buy like the full size one, um, it's like good, but honestly, I feel like they're affordable and they always have like sales anyway. So if you're like attracted to this color story, get it. This is a really interesting palette because it has some like marbled shades here. Yeah. Yep, full conversations I think is especially like when they talk back to you, Goose, especially now that I'm like the only human around at the moment while Cases with family. Um he like talks to me all the time. I have not had a moment's peace since I've been home because Case is like normally home with them because they have like their online classes and stuff, so normally like the cats just kind of get to hang out with them. Uh, but like my work takes me out of the house and like with grocery shopping and all of that. Um, and I like to go for walks and stuff. They're like alone in the house and they're quarantine cats. Like their birth was in June of 2020. So they're really, really, really not used to not having anyone around. I'm gonna use surprise. Now, hey boy. Hello boy. Are you gonna like chill out in a minute here or not? Hey Ari, how are you? We're just talking about the voices we have for our pets. It's very funny because Goose just like talks to me and he's very chatty, like he'll respond. Whereas Ivy, she is so quiet. Like she's very gentle, very sweet, very loving, but she's so quiet. That she'll talk like maybe once a day or so, really. And usually it'll be like she and I'll be chilling in her room. She'll have been sleeping. And I guess it's because she just doesn't use her voice or whatever. But when she meows, it is like the most ungodly noise. Like from the pits of hell, and it is beautiful. Like Goose's like normal cat meowing, and Ivy will be there. She'll be really quiet. She'll be chilling, and then all of a sudden, I'll just hear like, and she's like, "What?" Like that, who me? Look afterwards, like she is such a sweetheart. So hearing that just like demon spawn noise come out of her as her meow, like I can't even replicate it, but when you've had like an otherwise really, really quiet day, um, it is the funniest thing in the world. I have tried to capture it on like video before, but since it happens so rarely, Um, it's very, very hard to do so. Goose is laying like right behind me to be careful not like lean back. Okay. Um, wait. Sorry, I got a text and I'm easily distracted. Hey Goose, are you just like chilling back there? Yeah, it says, hey, don't be a jerk. I know I haven't trimmed your claws, but like, come on now, boy. Okay. I think that's like a decent enough base, like crease work for the eyes. So there's like a specific shade in here that I want to use. It's Rookie, which it's really hard to tell in this lighting and this lack of camera quality, but it's like it has a lot of depth and dimension to it, and I quite like that. So I'm just going to use my NYX glitter primer here. Yes, Goose? Do you have things you would like to say? Do you have opinions to share? Hmm? Um, but I might do like a little half cut creasy sort of deal when I can find the brush that I normally use to make that happen. Yeah? I hope y'all can hear his little like back there. Otherwise, I'm not going to sound particularly normal at the moment. Okay. Okay. That's done. I'm not going to show you a close up of that because it's not interesting. It is just glue on my eyes. Uh, here's a brush I can use. So let's try some Rookie. I haven't used this palette in so long, but it is so good. Like I don't like ColourPop's business model whatsoever, but their shadows do something for me. Yeah, I think I might do a whole video on like makeup I still want after anti-hauling it because I mean, you all know one of my series is on this channel is like anti-hauling makeup that I actually want. Just because I feel like it's easier to anti-haul things when you're like not interested in it versus like what you're interested in. And they're definitely, you know what? I do have good sport over here. Let me put this on my other eye. I'm gonna um like I'll compare because if it is like I didn't realize that and I own those are like the only two color pop palettes that I own. So yeah. Because there's a few things like or well, even things that I just like still want, even if I haven't officially anti-hauled it, because there's like after all this time, I am still very, very, very into the Melt Mary Jane palette because I really don't own anything like it. And I love Melt's like chunky shimmer. So let's see. Okay, so here I have good sport. So let me do a little bit of an investigation. Yeah. And they're in the same spot on each palette too. How have I owned both of these for like years? I know, right, Goose? I know. Anyway, Rookie here and then here. And yes, I'm still very interested in the 420 palette. Um, I need to watch a few more reviews of that because it's very, like, I'm very attracted to it. But like the Mary Jane palette, the bad reviews I've heard of that, the reasons why people don't like it are reasons that I would love it. Um, Whereas I think the 420 palette is more like matte heavy and like mattes with issues aren't necessarily my cup of tea so much as like chunky shimmers. Yeah. So anyway, that's good to know that I have them have the shade in like both of them. I wasn't thinking about that. That's fun. The 421 I've also been interested in. 420 I don't have. That one is yeah, yeah. Okay. So you have a love-hate relationship with the Mary Jane palette. Okay. Can you like tell me a little bit more about what you like and don't like about it so that way as I'm still continuing to lust after it, I know what I might be getting myself into. Because honestly, if I get like, hmm, okay. Is it like chunky metallic? Because I love a good chunky metallic. That's why I like Melt Palettes. I know everyone prefers their mattes over their shimmers, but I prefer their shimmers over their mattes. I feel like they're so textury. Like, yeah, they're horrible to work with, but they're gorgeous. Okay, so Fallout and the shimmers. Cool. I do my eyes before I do my face, so I think I might be able to make it like work. Because that's what I've heard from like a lot of people, like that they're very fallouty, very chunky, um, all of that. So okay, I'm glad that like the mattes are good too. Because I just genuinely don't own a whole lot of like taupey eyeshadows, but I feel like that could be really cool for me. Oh, thin and flat. Well then. I'm sorry, I was about to make a joke about myself and that um thin and flat eyeshadows are not interesting. Well, I have a feeling I'm gonna end up collecting um a lot of shadows. So I'll see because I have both of those are up my alley. Honestly, I know a lot of people don't like how much like weed theme stuff that Melt does, but honestly, I like it just because even though I don't like go for it myself. Um, I do love the color stories that that ends up with. Like that's just, yep, yep. Goose, are you grooming yourself too? Are we getting ready together? He is. Um, yeah. Okay, so that's like that. I think I should. Well, of course, I should use an inner corner highlight. Where is my brush that I normally use for my inner corner highlight? One day I will have my life organized. I just launched one of my brushes against the wall, so I'm gonna use No Better from. Let me just see, because I'm just curious now. Are there any other dupe shades in the two ColourPop ones? Okay, no. Oh, there's another dupe in here too. Um, not the shade that I was about to use, but the shade Reckless in here and Reckless here. So those are both. I'm gonna maybe film a little video where I take a little bit of a deeper look because at least in the current lighting where it's like kind of dark and weird, um, those don't. They look similar but not the same. And I once again lost the brush I was going to use. I think Ivy also might be using my brain cells at the moment. Um, there we go. Yeah. But they look like a little bit different in each of them, but I can't tell if it's just because like it looks warmer in the Good Sport palette because it's like in comparison to like some cooler tone shades, whereas all of this is like pretty warm and berry-ish. Or if it is like legitimately different between the two of them. Okay. Now, where is it? I'm gonna use this melt gel liner. I was gonna do a wing with it, but I'm I think a wing could look really cool with this. I just don't want to do it. But I am gonna use this to like line my lower lash line. This is in Burnish. Um, out of all of the like melt products, even if you're not like a huge fan of their like eyeshadows, their gel liners are absolutely fantastic. I love them. Honestly, one of my like go-to sort of work looks is just picking um one of the liners that matches whatever outfit I'm doing that day and just putting that on with my very like generic uh base makeup look because I really don't like I don't change up my base look whatsoever. Got to make the face, you know. Oh, thank you for plugging my Instagram. That makes me so happy. um, yeah, I haven't posted on there in a lot of months. I should probably do that soon. Um, yeah. I also, good news, I found my Melton Beetlejuice eyelash curler. Yeah. Also, like Melt's holiday collection, I think is like it's not my favorite collection that they've ever released, but the gel liners that come with it, oh, those look gorgeous. Like the palette's nice, but it's nothing that I don't already have. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like I found something that kind of works in terms of my base, although I apparently might have to go find um some new tinted moisturizer because apparently the NYX Bear With Me one that I really like, it has been discontinued, is being discontinued something, and I also have my one from the Lip Bar that I really like, but it is in the like it's a great, fantastic formula, but I have the lightest shade and it's a bit dark on me for like my pasty winter self. Like it only works for me during the summer. So yeah, it does look like the Beauty Bay Wilderness palette, which I am very interested in trying. I know that I already have all of those colors in my collection, but some of like the Beauty Bay palettes that have come out recently seem like they could be really cool. Like they're just never in stock when I have like the money to go buy it because I want to buy like a few things from Beauty Bay all at once, you know? Um, yeah. So I feel like they just need to be in stock when I actually have like spending money. Granted, I haven't had a whole lot of like fun makeup money recently, but in general, Beauty Bay Wilderness is like still on my radar because if it's as fantastic as people say for like a pretty inexpensive palette, I don't have a whole lot of like drugstore priced palettes that I really love. But yeah, I have the Wallflower gel liner and it is wonderful. I haven't really used any of theirs that I don't like. I'm gonna do my base. NYX Bear With Me, Tinted Skin Veil, possibly the last one ever. RIP. Um, yeah, I haven't. The only one that I didn't really like was that kind of like yellowy green one that came with the Beetlejuice collection, and that's just because I wanted it to be more opaque, and it wasn't designed to be opaque. Um, it was designed to kind of be like slimy and like a semi-translucent sort of one, but it's it didn't do what I wanted it to do. Um, and what I wanted it to do wasn't what it was meant to do. But, you know, maybe they'll. I've just heard that it. mm, I've just heard that it's been discontinued. I haven't been able to find it on like Ulta. I haven't gone on the NYX website, but that's because I never order anything from the NYX website. It's like really sad because like I love this. I've heard a lot of other people really love it, or at least like with everyone who I've recommended this to really loves it. Um, So I have a few others on my list of like things to try, but they're all like high-end skin tints. And since like this one and the one from the lip bar that I have that I love, both of those are like drugstore prices, I'm really hesitant to, spend a lot of money on a base product. Now, when I was like getting into makeup as a teenager, my mom gave me the advice that like mascara and foundation should kind of be the things that you spend the most money on first, because those are going to be the products that like are closest to your skin and to your eyes, whereas other stuff will go on other things, which I think is pretty good advice. Like, not necessarily in that you need to spend a high end amount of money on either of them, but if you find something that is a little bit more expensive that works for you, then like don't necessarily discount that, because that is going to be the product that will sit pretty close to your face and to your eyes, and you want to protect your skin and your eyes. So like if you find something that's like drugstore price that works, go for it. But yeah, that's really weird. Okay. um Yeah, so I'm hoping that maybe the lip bar will be able to expand their shades. I know they're more of an independent brand though. Like if they made a shade that was like one shade lighter, I could wear it for winter and it would work for me. Um and it is more of a skin tint, so I could possibly just like use a little bit less, but it's like just pigmented enough that you can tell the difference, that it's like a tiny bit too dark for me for the winter. So I'm using the Midas and Neon MUA collab, the Noon palette, just because this is what I do for my face now. I use a tinted moisturizer, put this on top, like use all of these, and that's what I do to my face. And it takes 5 minutes. That way I find like I also just like find face products kind of boring. Um, like maybe a cool blusher highlight could kind of reel me in, you know, but there's nothing that ever sticks out too much to me. Um, so if I can kind of like I just like streamline my routine, that way, if I spend like 2 minutes on my face, then I can spend more time on the parts of like my makeup that I really enjoy. So like eyeshadow, brows, lipstick, you know. I just find that so much easier. Okay, where's my blush brush? Eh, I have limited patience for myself at the moment because I have to leave it in like 7 minutes. I mean, it's a pretty casual thing. I live 10 minutes away from the church and it starts at 5:30. But, you know. Also, I really didn't expect to love this blush as much as I do, but it's like pretty like subtle, but it makes me look like I have, a little bit of color to my cheeks. Like it still allows me to do like the whole like alternative emo look without, overwhelming my face. Hey boy. Goose, do you want to help me pick out a lipstick? He's like right here. Um Hey boy. Or are you just gonna Oh, I should tell you, he has a favorite brush. He does. It's the Real Technique setting brush. Like I don't know what it is about it, but he's just like attracted to it. He loves playing with it. Okay. There's a specific melt lipstick that I want to wear, but I might not be able to find it because all of the melt lipsticks are in the exact same packaging, regardless of what color they are. So there's not an easy way for me to tell the difference between all of them. So, oh, I understand. I also am prone to falling asleep in other people's live streams. Just kind of happens. Goose, which one is it? Is it this one? No, it isn't. I know Melt like just redid all of their lipsticks. Maybe they were like listening to me. I haven't bought any of their new lipsticks to like be able to tell. But if you have bought their new lipsticks, have they like given any sort of color markers on them? Like, because, like, here's 3 of them. I own, like, 7, and they all look like this. And, like, here's the bottoms of them. They just have, like, the shade names. So, like, not even any, like, color stickers on there. Which pisses me off. Like, that's a pet peeve of mine. It's just like, tell me what color it's going to be before I pick it out to put it on my face so I don't have to go through like 20,000 of them. You know, let me look over here real quick. I'm still here. I just need to. Goose, you take over. Come on, Goose. You have things to say. Why am I finding all of them except the one that I want? Okay, I don't think I'm gonna find lipstick that I want. Ooh. That actually sounds like a really smart idea. I should maybe make some little labels for my lipsticks. Yeah. Goose, did you have something to do with this? Over here at all? I just want my melt lipstick in cherry. It would go so well. It's like a cherry color, like a dark cherry. Yeah, I know, right? Goose is like sniffing all of my lipsticks that I pulled out now. It's like, Mom. That's. Nope. Some of these like might go. Mm-hmm. Yeah, now I've officially found all of my melt lipsticks except the one that I want. Let me just check these drawers before I decide to like fully give up and go for something slightly less awesome. Yeah, Goose. Honey, you have to like not show your ass on the internet. Or like if you do, you know, maybe save that for like OnlyFans or something, like make them pay for it. You know? You know, like that's monetizable content there, buddy. You're losing out on some money. That one could kind of go, but I'm also like trying to find a relatively easy lipstick too, because they're gonna have food there. I like don't want to have to do like a liquid lipstick type situation. It's all gonna be outside, so that's why I'm like going and I'm not concerned. Also, basically my whole church is vaccinated, so I'm really like not concerned. Everyone's like vaccinated and really careful. So no. I need to organize my life. Or wait, is there something? Yes! Ah! I win. I found it. Yeah. I did. Now, later tonight, Alex is not going to win by the sheer amount of mess that I've made right now, but present day Alex has won by finding the lipstick. Hi. I'm so happy about this. Okay, because I got to put this on my face and then I got to leave. Yeah. Gotta line the lips first. Goose, what do you have that you're playing with? My headphones. Okay. Yay! Sorry for those of you wearing headphones. I feel like this looks really good. This turned out. Thank you for joining me. This was so wonderful. I gotta put on shoes and go. Thank you for coming. This was really nice. I've missed doing this and I should do it more often. So, to everyone who's here, mwah, I love you. You're amazing. Um, if you're watching later on, I love you as well. And you are also amazing. Um, hopefully look forward to doing this more often. Okay. Shoes and socks time. Bye.